Hello and welcome back. So this is a game that I coded in C Sharp. It's kind of cool. You're just this wizard and you kill slimes. The red bar on top is your health, and the blue bar is their health. And you can see that you can kill them if you get the. It's really hard because I've really slowed down like how fast you can move. Like this is as fast as I can move. And I've slowed down how much you can shoot and stuff. So got one dead. All right, so I'm dead now, but you can just start over again. Let's see if we can just not move and shoot. So the fireballs were kind of the harder part of doing this, making sure that the game doesn't crash and stuff. And kind of this is the fireballs are kind of an independent program, I guess. They're a different task. So I guess I'll just close it up for now. But sometimes it crashes when you close it with the X because if the fireball is still going. But there we go. Okay, so it's a pretty simple game. I've just got a tile class, a monster class, and player class. Probably should have made like a larger class and these should have been child classes to a parent class, but I didn't. Now the tiles, very simple. You just have an X and a Y, and whether it's occupied or not. The game is basically a 10 by 10 grid, um, which you can see right here. Game board width, game board height, and then that is for your tiles, which are right here. This is 12, but you know the extra two I don't use. So game board width and game board height, and I do this because then instead of putting a 10 and a 10 here, if you put game board width and game board height, you're going to be using this variable all through your program. I mean, there's 1,000 lines of code, and the word game board height is scattered all through it. If you just put 10 here and 10 here, and then you put, excuse me, sorry, and then you just hard coded the 10 in throughout the rest of your program, you wouldn't be able to easily change it. So if I wanted to make this game board 100 by 100, all I do is I come in here and I just change these numbers and it's done. I don't have to go through the rest of my program to do it. So you can see I did that also with, this is basically the number of monsters, so there's 9 monsters. But if I wanted, 25 monsters, I'd just change these to 5s. And I wouldn't have any, errors throughout my game because of that. Because when you use your, for loops, this value, let's see if I can go find a for loop somewhere right quick so you can see it. Yeah, probably in like build monsters. So you can see I've got monster with count, which is it was 3. I could put a 3 into both of these, but if I did that and then I wanted to come up here, if I didn't have this variable and just be able to adjust it here, I'd have to go through my entire program, and everywhere that I used a for loop to calculate the monsters, I'd have to come and change the variable. But you set the variable here, then you just come up here, and this is where you assign its value. So that works really well. Now the fireballs, that's the main thing I wanted to talk about, because if I forget, I want to have a reference. So let's close this up. Right here, task 1 equals new task. So this task is going to be set to shoot fireball method. And then, there's some things that what'll actually run the task. But then this task, T1, shoot is going to call shoot fireball 1. You can shoot 2 fireballs at a time. That's why there's 2. But that's going to run a completely new task. That's why you can move while the fireballs are kind of doing their thing, going out. It's like a different little program inside a program, I guess. I had never, made a second task before, so this was kind of new to me. But one thing that I was running into problems with was in the second task, I just made all new objects because I kept getting an error message that said object is already in use. So like I didn't want to, like I tried originally, I tried to just make some global variables, some global objects, um, like the graphics objects, but I kept getting object is already in use error. So to solve that, I just came in here, I made some local graphics variables, you can see right here, and then I stopped getting that error. So just when you use the task, to run a different task, if you want to do like a shooting game that has any projectiles, this is what I've found to be kind of the best way to do it. To just put the projectiles on a second task. Um, that is if you want to be able to, like move your guy around while that projectile is going off in a direction. So yeah, just if you use a second task, make sure you're not trying to use the same graphics object in the second task as you are in the main program. So that's my game. Thanks for watching and have a good day.